Love a Catholic hymn. Hi, so this week I thought I'd do a little video about my life dancing and performing before everything went wrong, you know, my hips, and before I was on crutches, you know, long term. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit about my history as a performer from, you know, when I started dancing and stuff until 12, when my hip problem started. So I actually started dancing when I was 4. I used to go to nursery in the day, and then my mum and my friend and her mum used to like get together one day a week, and then my friend started doing ballet, and her mum was like, well, why don't you do it too? And my mum was like, okay, sure. Put me in a ballet class, and yeah, I loved it. And at one point the teacher pulled my mum aside and was like, she's doing really well, like she should do some other disciplines as well. So I started modern and tap, and yeah, that's kind of where it all started for me. So it's all down to that one friend, really. But yeah, so it started there with just kind of doing ballet, modern and tap. So then I got asked if I wanted to do competitions. So I did my first ever ballet solo when I was just turned 6, and I won. And I remember that I didn't know how to smile until like 2 days before. And if you know dance competitions, then like smiling and presentation is an important thing. And I learned to smile like 2 days before. And I think there's a picture of me in that ballet costume. If there is, you'll see it now. If there isn't, this bit probably won't make it into the videos. So yeah, so I started doing competitions. I started with ballet, and then I did other things as well. When I was 7, I auditioned for The Lion King in the West End for the part of young Nala, and I didn't get it, but they pulled my mum aside and said, you know, we really like her, but she's just a bit too young, so like maybe come back again in the future. And I did. I auditioned again when I was 8, and they do this thing called Lion King Cub School, where they pick like a group of girls and a group of boys for the parts of young Nala and young Simba, and I got picked for that. There were 7 of us girls. And we trained at Sylvia Young every Friday for a couple of hours. So I had to leave school early and go up to London, which was really exciting for me as an 8-year-old. And I mean, it'd be exciting now too, but you know. And we learnt the part, and then after 5 months, Disney came down and they auditioned us. And I didn't get it, which, you know, rejection is a big part of the theatre industry, so I learnt that young. But I was devastated. And I did really struggle with that. And then literally like a week later there were auditions for Billy Elliot, also in the West End, and I'd auditioned twice before and I hadn't got in. But it came up and I was like, oh mum, I really want to go. And mum was like, yeah, but like you might not get it, and obviously you've just dealt with rejection, so like are you sure like you want to do this? And I was like, no, like I want to do it, I'm sure. And I went and I got in, so it's a good job I went, and there was only something like 7 of us that got in that time. So yeah, that was really exciting. So yeah, I did Billy in the West End for a year. I played, if you know the names of the ballet girls, I was Angela Robson and then Karen Davidson. and that was so much fun. I have so many amazing memories from there. I made great friends. Yeah, it was just really a really special time, and I'm so glad that I didn't let the rejection get to me too much and I still went for the audition, because otherwise I could have missed out on my West End debut. And who knows, maybe that's the only time I'll ever perform in the West End. And so yeah, I'm glad that I went. All while doing that, I was still doing like the competitions and my dance lessons and fitting it around it as best I could, and I was doing solos and duets and trios and groups at competitions, all sorts. In fact, then, and even probably a bit before then, was when I was doing duets with my friend Natasha Mason, who helped me choreograph the dance video that I posted last week. So yeah, that is how I met her, and we're still friends, so that's been a long time. I actually had a tap solo I loved when I was about 11 that got to the All England finals, and it was just one of my favourite tap solos I've ever done, probably my favourite. I really, really loved it, and it did well, and I got to the All England finals, yeah, and yeah, I was just really proud of that thing, and I'd always kind of dreamed of getting to the All England finals, and I did with that solo. There's probably a picture of that here. But yeah, we'll see if I can find a picture. So then when I went to secondary school, I auditioned for a drama scholarship. So I had to do a couple of acting pieces and like a workshop at the school I wanted to go to. And I'd been doing acting at school, at primary school, and I'd done a couple of LAMDA exams. So I'd done a fair bit of acting, and I did a really funny monologue, I believe, about a witch. But yeah, I did a monologue. I'm fairly sure she was called Daisy. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But yeah, and I did get the drama scholarship to go to my school, which is great. And yeah, so I started secondary school in 2011. I was still doing the dance competitions and doing a bit more drama and stuff now at school with like LAMDA exams and stuff. I mean, I'd done singing, I had singing lessons with a variety of different people, and I'd done singing exams too. In year 7 at my school, you're forced to do choir. Wouldn't necessarily say that was a great singing experience, but you know, I sang once a week on a Friday lunchtime. So yeah, one of the last things I remember doing before my hips kind of ruined my life, I did the panto in Chelmsford. It's like a really high standard panto. Well, I thought it was anyway. I still think it is, I don't know. I don't know what other pantomimes really like. I did some when I was little, but it was more like me being cute. I wore a squirrel head once. I don't really know where that happened. I think it was a squirrel. I don't know. Insert picture here. Yeah. But that was when I was little. I think I was 12 or 13, and I was one of the younger ones, I think. And yeah, so it was a high standard thing. It was hard work. So I did that over Christmas, and it was just great fun. And I remember it being really challenging and like something that I'd had to work hard for, which was really good, and it really, you know, was inspiring to me. Unfortunately, never got to do it again because my hips said no. But yeah, I think that's my childhood. In dance, obviously, I did other things too. I played the piano, I played the violin, played the flute for a bit. I did swimming. I still swim quite a lot, actually. Yeah, so I had fun like a normal kid, but I guess from about the age of 9 or 10, when I was in Billy, it kind of became less of a, oh, let's go to dance class for fun or a competition for fun, and more of a, actually, I think I really want to do this with my life, so maybe I'll work really hard and I'll make something of this because I want to. I hope you enjoyed looking at some pictures and hearing about my childhood. What did I just do with my arms? Never mind, that's staying in. And yeah, obviously they didn't. My next video, who knows? I don't really have a schedule, I just kind of do what I feel like I'm doing at the moment. And yeah, so possibly my next video I'm gonna do sort of where it went from my hips, because I still had periods where I was better, so I could do stuff, so I did competitions. And anyway, I'm not going to give you spoiler alert because obviously you're all so intently waiting to find out what happened after I was 12. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and next week will probably be a bit more disability related and my personal circumstances and how that affected my life and how this is what it kind of used to look like before, and then we're going to go into what it looks like more now. I had fun, you know, kind of looking through some childhood pictures and videos and just kind of, you know, talking to my mum about my childhood and my dance experiences when I was young. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about it too, and I will see you next week. Like, share, subscribe, YouTube stuff, you know me, do the normal stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching my videos, and I will see you next time.